And without further ado, let's see if I can at least share the fantastic video with you of As the Crows Fly.
Is getting cold feet.
No, I promise Brân will be here.
don't need any of that. That's no way to motivate a young crow. That's just one thing you need. And that is blood. Yes, blood. drop from his head, flies warm in its place, blood rich and red. Not blue. Well, that's a surprise. It matters not if the father is nice.
No. King's no good, he's all fat and no flavor, riddled with gout. I crave something more. His bottom dressed as a lamb, and it's on a sheet.
thankless task, but someone has to do it.
The bell tolls, only to ring again.
What? What is this? There's nothing left. Those foxes, those filthy screaming rogues, taking bazaars, trying to rummage through its cups of shit.
Préachán, Préachán, calm down.
Where is my king? There's always a king, and the king is always mine. The fattest, roundest, velvet-smothered fool. Tell me where he is.
What a night, a moonshine night.
Where's his armor, his horse, shield? Knights don't exist anymore. They don't exist anymore. And you know why? It's not the same anymore. I'm growing weak, wasting away, getting thinner and thinner. Now it's crumbs for dinner. I've sunk so low, I've fallen so far. Look around! This is it, folks. It's not the same anymore.
It's not the same anymore. It isn't like it used to be. They burn, they melt, just fragments, bits and shells. We were so young, so hungry, so old. I paced with the woman, I tore at the child. It's not the same anymore. Can't even look anymore. My baby even rumbles anymore. It's not the same. It's not the same anymore. They took a wood as if it's a game. Glory in blood, glory in name. I've only just begun. What could they be? They're still being eaten. Chewed to bits and swallowed and shit. I feel sick. They fought with horses and swords and spears, then guns and cannons, then fire rained from the skies. Then birds beat choice. You have to believe me.
It is time, Brân. Choose your man.
Préachán, I don't think they're ready.
Brân, no!
I can't. Préachán, don't
Do what you were made for. Do it.
Préachán, don't make them do it. Don't blind Brân as you blind me.
Give in to your crones. Give in.
It's not right. I just can't.
I see. You've made your choice. Come, Feannag. There's work to be done.
We can't leave them.
Now, Feannag.
What did they mean? What did they mean? They lied. A little chick surrounded by death. I miss home, my own branch. I miss my hair. I miss my home, my old branch, my nest, my Yes.
Shit.
I'm so sorry. I knew this I just hoped it wouldn't.
Yeah, that is brilliant if I've ever heard them. Welcome back or welcome, those of you who weren't with us at the beginning, which is probably just as well after our technical glitches. Apologies for that. My name is Bill Braxton, Artistic Director of Ted Tech, here, very happy to chair a panel for around 15 minutes to discuss the piece. So, panelists, there should be four of you. Please turn on your video and unmute yourselves. And meanwhile, if any of our audience would like to ask any questions or indeed say anything, then please type that into the chat, which is on my screen, third from left at the bottom with a little speech bubble. So, hello, panelists. Edie, hello. Ben, hello. Emily, hello. Jasper, hello. Yes, we've got a full house. How great. But while people gather their thoughts and think of some questions, I'll ask you a few just to kick us off. The first of which is this: tell us, Ben, about the very roots of the piece, because it's not its first life, is it?
Yes, that's exactly right. So the piece actually started when I was doing my master's degree at the Royal Academy of Music. Edie and I, we got paired actually. We didn't really get much of a choice, I don't think, but we got paired randomly to be a composer of the Librettist team. And Edie came up with this brilliant idea, and we just kind of hit it off. And we wrote a 15-minute scene for, I think it was three singers and piano. But we both knew that we wanted to take it further, and this is what that is. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And these, it's been quite interesting lead up because those, not traditionally, but for the last few years, those exact pieces from that slot of the Royal Academy have come straight to us into the festival as they did this year. So it's rather nice to see something follow a different and I was about to say more stellar, which is not quite tactful, but a trajectory with more growth in it. Edie, what happened after that? After the academy?
Yeah, I mean, we got great feedback on the initial performance, but there just really felt like a lot of life left to be lived from that performance. It was only 15 minutes. And I think Ben and I got along so well, and we had a really good time writing it together. And I think we just saw the potential that it had, especially because we're you know, not just writers ourselves, but I'm a director and Ben is now a musical director as well and conductor. So we wanted to use this as an opportunity, I guess not just to like take the piece further, but it was in the end to do something a bit more meaningful with it.
Which was
Well, yeah, I think it was something we had talked about when we did the initial version. I mean, because so as a non-binary person myself, I just wrote it. I wrote it, and I thought I don't really need to give genders to these crows because they're crows. So it's quite a small thing in the libretto, but I just said, um, you can choose whatever gender you want when you're playing these. And then when we sort of started to think about the longer and bigger version, it was like, why not take that and make it like a bigger part of it? Yeah.
Yeah, and well, it was lovely in the performance, the speech you made at the end about how empowering it was to be in that kind of environment. It's lovely to welcome that into Test Chat and carry on the tradition, actually. Jasper, how was it for you being a crow?
It was really fun. I'd say one of the things that, and seeing it back all in general, that I didn't quite appreciate was just how good the like movement stuff worked. Like I knew it would look cool, but like seeing it from like a perspective when you're not going okay, and now I'm moving like a crow. What percentage of crow am I right now? Like just getting to see it all come together was really cool. That was
Yeah. Well, you did a grand job. And we didn't ask you in advance, which we should have done, but would you like us to put your GoFundMe into the chat?
Oh, yes.
on the subject of non-binary performance, because
Thank you.
it would be good for everyone to see that, I think. If anybody else has got even more money, give it to us so we can get the watch parties a bit slicker next year. I'm sorry about the kind of mayhem at the beginning. It did also look absolutely stunning. It looked really ravishing and lit beautifully because there was a lot to like. And our film dude said it was fantastic to film. Emily, how did you manage all that? Did you just have an enormous budget?
I just had an amazing team and I had lovely people to dress. And yeah, Josie, our lighting designer, they did an absolutely amazing job in the time we had as well, really made it come to life. And I mean, it was a joy to costume, just kind of playing with silhouettes, making like kind of looking at the spectrum of gender represented through costume, finding what the performers felt comfortable in, kind of as the performers kind of looked at how they wanted to be as a crow, kind of how that came into costume, what happened then, and kind of utilizing the space as most as possible. So we had big plastic sheets that kind of tied in this almost murder-esque crime scene. Just so almost like with all these dust sheets, the crows have been on a battlefield with loads of blood and they're trying to keep everything clean as possible, but really playing with textures when crows are mainly black and very morbid, but trying to kind of bring in all the little things. But yeah, it was absolutely wonderful to work on.
Yeah, I think you did an absolutely beautiful job. I thought it looked really stunning. I'm just going to have a little dip into the chat to see what we've got. Guy Harris, great, wonderful performance, loving the cabaret, vile, Weimar vibe and queerness. Did that go into it or is that something seen, if you see what I mean? Did you sit down and think, right, we've got to do a Weimar cabaret staging?
No, well, I guess not staging, not so much. I think that kind of came out in the rehearsals. But Ben and I, the cabaret viol esque, those inspirations were really big when Ben and I were talking about it. I mean, Ben can probably talk about like the music more better than.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think because I'm somebody that's very interested in not just opera and not just musical theater and not just cabaret, but kind of the middle gray area between all of these theater, I guess, forms. So yeah, I mean, like it's I call it's definitely still a chamber opera first and foremost, but yeah, I mean, I didn't want to limit myself musically to just be writing what in my head is opera and not go into what in my head is cabaret or musical theater because those are both things that I also really, really love. And those are sound worlds that really speak to me and that I've loved for a long time. They've been a huge influence on me for years and years.
Yeah, well, it did sound absolutely gorgeous. It really did. I hope you agree that when I just watched the video, I just thought the recording also is great. It's fantastic. I hope you can make good
Yeah,
use of it.
fantastic. Yeah.
It's really beautiful, isn't it? We always try and do it as if it's a pair of ears in the audience. So it's usually the mics on the camera. And we did a piece in different skate parks, and the BBC said, "How did you do that?" Because they had like 50 microphones and scanners and God knows what. They said, "How do you do that in Aberdeen?" And it was a grubby skater on rollerblades with the mic on the camera. Anyway, that's not about you. That's about something else. I'm really interested, Jasper. You say it was great to watch the movement. How was it to create it? Because there's a little bit in your program about that. Love to hear what you have to say about that.
It was really fun. We did like a lot of sort of group movement stuff, even got some of the creative team involved in our sort of pro class, I guess. Like so it was a lot of like physical theatre, I'd say, like exercises and like mimicking each other and sort of finding patterns and then sort of filling in the gaps in between like the structure. So you've got the flow in between of them, and also like I think working on like what can you do with your body, like versus like not getting everyone to do the same thing. So it's like a thing called flocking, where the sort of someone is moving and then other people are sort of doing an approximation of your movement, but not exactly. And I think it gives it that like group but also individual feel, which, you know, really worked for the crows.
Yeah, it certainly had. It's lovely to hear. It's oh, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'll do it again. I directed two shows with crows in them. I think there's something quite interesting about how we keep coming back to them. One was human, one's on the Tetenet website, The Fox and the Crow, bailed out and used a puppet. But it is really, really fun observing them and trying to enter into it. I applaud you though also because opera singers are not always that accepting of this kind of work, and there can be, well, I just want to do in a very normal way. So it was great. Did you? I imagine you
Yeah,
did.
oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
Jasper.
No, that's actually something I really enjoyed because I mean, similar to Ben, I like the sort of mashup of, you know, musical theatre and opera, sort of finding like the space between and on both ends. But I really liked getting to work with movement.
Yeah.
Um, as I mean, I've done some stuff and before, but like have gone from like very structural opera and done a lot of Gilbert Sullivan. That's, you know, like I love it, but I was getting to do something a little bit non-traditional. It made me sometimes during it, I felt like I was in Cats in like their sort of strange movement workshops that I've watched. I actually like were playing in my head a lot during when we were learning like how to move and stuff. But yeah, I think that kind of physical world is something that's really cool to like bring into opera, and also having like an amazing creative team who would listen when we were like, we can do this but it will affect our singing, like there are certain positions that we need to be in to be able to like make your score sound good while also looking like like to be able to do justice to the score while still sort of moving.
Oh, it sounds well. It sounds lovely that you listen to each other. I mean, dare I venture into the territory? I think it's really interesting hearing and I agree with you completely. It would be lovely if there was a world where we didn't go, well, that's opera and that's musical theatre, and you can't have both at once, and this is movement, and that's an opera singer, and they're not allowed to be together. Isn't it rather the same? I mean, I'll knock this back to you, Edie, with gender. That wouldn't it be lovely if we were in a world where everyone could just be who they are and not like scrap over it and all that?
Yeah. I mean, that was like the beautiful thing about doing this production, especially at this time when the world is what it is it was kind of a safe haven for all of us and a place where we could all be ourselves in a space where I don't know if like it's very unusual, you know, to be truly yourselves in an opera rehearsal room when you are gender non-conforming or trans. Um, and it's very easy to
We're in the
do.
wrong rooms.
It's very easy to just accommodate
You're
trans
in the
people.
wrong rooms. I think we still the Fierce Love a couple of years ago that we hosted that had 8 trans and non-binary performers, so it might even hold the record. I think, though I know what you mean. That like, well, it may shift. It may shift. We just keep plugging away at it. Um, Taking us back to the music, Hestor says, when expanding the composition from just piano, how did you choose which instruments to add?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I think budget was one thing, because in my head, I would want a million instruments. I would want a 50-piece orchestra if I had it my way. But it's also kind of a fun challenge to write for a more chamber group. I had worked with the accordionist Flavio before during my master's, and I really, really wanted to work with him again in some capacity. And so I knew I wanted accordion, and that to me also that adds to the cabaret sound that I was going for with this. But then the other instruments were pretty standard, I'd say. I mean, pretty typical instruments that you would find in a chamber piece like this. So I thought about range. I mean, making sure that I'm covering an entire, hopefully like a keyboard's length of range. So obviously with the piano, that's super helpful. I love strings, violin, cello. Those were a good sort of match, filling in the gaps between each other and kind of having some bleeding room. And clarinet and trumpet too. Trumpet is definitely, that's a tough thing to write in such a small ensemble, but I really, really wanted trumpet too to add to that sort of military soldier feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Your player did a really good job of like blending in with the rest of the band. My digger is digging. I'm looking at the clock and thinking we've got to go. I'd love to stay much longer, but we will crash into the next Zoom, and that will be even more chaotic unless we go and figure out what we're doing. But I think everybody's so grateful for a fantastic show. Thank you very much, and more please. Well done. See you at the next one.